Okay, I'm back, people. Okay, we're back in the shack there. I just had to get everything sorted out. Okay, so we're going to swing the camera over here and we're going to look at FT8 here. I'm actually on 21.074, 21.074 15 meter. I've tuned the radio to that already, and I'm seeing some contacts come in there. I'll turn this around and we'll see what's happening behind the scenes, and we'll get started. If you're on Facebook there, hey Kimberly, Kimberly, if you can go to the 60092, if you can log into that, I'm going to go through what I know. And Kimberly, I'm on 21.074. That's where I'm going to get started tonight. Okay, so for all you guys that are out there watching, okay, so for all you that are out there watching, here is what I had to do to get to where I'm at now. I'm just going to minimize this. So the first thing I had to do is download this program here. So WSJTX, that's the software I had to that's the software that you use for FT8, which is this. Now version 2.6.1. So you just have to go to Google, search for WSJTX, and get that, and that's that. The second thing I did, I went and got Log for Old Man, Next Generation, Log for Old Man Next Generation, and that's what I did there. Okay, and this is the Log for Old Man on the screen up here. Okay, I don't know how good you can see it, but that's the Log for the Old Man screen up here. I know it's probably kind of hard to see that, but that's what that is. So as you can see there, what I've done today, I had Robert Morris there on 15 meter, and also David Jones on 15 meter. And then over here, well, this thing right here, this is my node, just so you know. And then over here is my node, my all-star node. So that shows who's all on here. Okay. And then I have the QRZ. So with QRZ, I saw I had one incoming here. So that's the incoming from KB2GUN. That's one that's incoming now. And there we go. So now I'm going to go back over to this screen. Here's the waterfall here. I'm not that advanced yet. I know it's there, but can't tell you what's going on there. All right, so now I'm going to try to get this where we can all see it. The screen itself. I'm going to just put it right on the screen there. Sorry about all the noise. Get it right on the screen. Get the legs locked in here. And then we're going to try to make some contacts. Okay. Okay, so now okay, this is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor returning. So I did a little bit of a tour on the Facebook, everybody, about what software to use there. Hope I'm not repeating myself. But I had to download the WSJT-X version 2.6.1. I had to download Log for Old Man version 2.3.2. Also had to configure my radio, and thank you VA3EWV for helping me do that this morning. There's 153 settings and went through each one one by one. So we see Kilo Alpha 4 PUR on there as well. Kilo Alpha 4 PR, welcome. How are you today, and where are you coming in from? Okay, just hold down the, if you've used like a link before, just hold it down, and then wait a couple seconds, then start talking. Kilo Alpha 4, Romeo, Uniform Romeo, come on in. Okay, nothing heard. We're going to get on with it and see how to get this done. So I was hoping that we could have one of the folks out there, either Rob or Rob, give me like a talk through, if you can see the screen here, and just show people what you should do to get it going. Something like that, just like a step 1, 2, 3. If Rob, either one of you are out there, if you want to give us like a 1, 2, 3, I can point the camera on here and we can get started. Again, I'm on 21.074 there. Okay, Fred.
VA3EWV.
Oh.
I got to turn some speakers off.
Okay, Rob's going to turn some speakers off and then we'll get there. Also, Fred, I see that you're having some problems connecting, but that's okay. If you can try to come on in after, that'll be all right. Or if you want to join me here on on Facebook, that'll be great too. You can come on right into Facebook there. Go ahead there, Rob.
Okay, VA3EWV, V3ARF. I think I've got everything dampered down now. I have you coming at me at three different modes: Echo Link, Facebook, and on PGC local. All right, so you should see me calling you right now. I don't see it decoding on your screen, but I am calling you and aimed at you. I see that at 001245, you did decode me calling you if you look on your receive side of your screen.
Okay, well, just to let you know, I had stopped it, so there's nothing happening, so everything stopped. So it has like, log QSO, stop, monitor, erase, etc., etc. So I guess I should go to monitor then, right?
Yes, that is correct. Hit monitor and then you'll start receiving again. And you'll see that there's a split screen, so your left-hand side is basically that's your band activity. That's everything that's coming in on all different frequencies, all different DFs, they'll call them. So if you even pan it so you can see the top of the screen, Ernest, because we can't see the top. Right there. So you'll see at the first line it says UTC, that's the time, and of course it's very time sensitive, right? So your clock is set to the nuclear clock on the internet, and then you have your dB, that's how many decibels the signal to noise ratio of the signal. The next one is DT, that's your differential of time. So you'll see like it says 0.4, that you know that this guy's like 4 milliseconds off of 0. So that you want to keep that really close, like to 0 as possible. You'll see this guy down here is 1.3. His clock he's off by plus 1.3. He's off a little. His clock, you should really check his clock, go set it. The next one is frequency. That's the individual tone that people are using to transmit their signal. And the next one is a message, and basically that's the call signs calling each other and the different exchanges. I'm going to let this repeater roll. Okay, if you want to now calling you, and so you will pick that up as well. Because anytime your call sign is called, it flags it, and it puts that red stripe across it. So you can see me calling you, but really you're listening to 1098. And I think down here, see 1108, that's pretty close to 1098. Sometimes within a few 10 hertz, it'll still receive it in the receive window. But that's basically what that is. So you'll see the last time that I called you at 002830, my signal to noise ratio was 23, 0.2. I'm on 369 hertz, but it's showing as 361 at your place. Your call sign, my call sign, and my grid.
Okay, thank you for that. So, well, let's bust the myth right now. A lot of people think that you just turn on the computer and the thing goes on. You go take a washroom break or go to get a coffee and you have 500 contacts. But if I'm not here sitting at the computer, I cannot contact you. Like, it's not doing anything. It's just sitting there. You're calling me, but there's nothing happening. Also, you have to have a radio, as seen here, some type of radio, because without radio, it's not going to happen. So what should I do now to try to get a hold of you?
Okay, so you'll see the red stripe on your receive window. You just take your mouse and double-click VA3EWV 3ARF, and you'll see at the bottom it immediately switched to generate your messages. So now you're on the next transmission. You're going to call me back. So you're going to give me a report, and you'll see that you're sending me a +20 for my signal-to-noise ratio signal. And then the exchanges should take place. You can just watch that screen right there, right where you have it, and you should see the exchanges take place. Now, are you set up to transmit? Are you hearing yourself transmit?
I think I'm set up to transmit. We're on step number 2, so that's good. Oh, and I see it's at 52 watts right now. That's going out. It says it's going out at 52 watts, so something's happening. But I don't have to have it. I'm going through the USB, not through the speakers this time.
All right, I'm not receiving. So you're at 2268. On my end, I'm going to do something with my receiver to see if I can get rid of some of the other noise and see if that's what it is. One moment.
So I'm sending right now, but my SWR's, the reflection is pretty high there. Hey Devin, won't you?
You should see a transmission. I am receiving you well. I'm receiving you at a +17 in return. So on your next decode, you should see.
There we go.
I'm received. There you go. VA3EWV.
Oh, look at there.
Receiving at +17. Now you're sending your receive 73. And that pops up that box that you just showed. And if you want to go back up to the box, that's the to confirm the QSO. And you'll see it has the start time, the end time, the reports sent back and forth, the band, the mode. And you hit OK. Now go ahead and hit OK at the bottom, where your mouse is. Right there, click. Okay, that's in your logbook now. So that contact is good. And it will show up on your QRZ page in a couple minutes.
Okay, so there you go. You have one popping in there just like that. So I know we got Kimberly out there. We have a couple other people out there. Let's see if they can get on the same frequency and if we can see someone else we know out here. VE3. So that's VE3ARF. We saw that happen in real time. So VA3FZ. Are you out there? Are you on here? Kimberly, you can't see me? Oh, not see me in person, see me. That's funny. So let's just edit that out. You mean see me on the thing. I want to see if I can see you, though. Okay. Okay, we got VA3EWV out there. She said she's out here looking. I'm on, here's what I'm on, 21.074. And I actually raised my antenna up a lot high off the ground today, too, by the way, folks. So we'll be looking for anybody that's out there and seeing what's happening. So, Rob, I didn't know you could click over here, though, on the right-hand side to start doing try to get a contact.
Yeah, that's your receive window. It's the same as the other window. It's just pulling the one DF that you're receiving into the one window. So it's getting rid of, it's a filter. It's filtering out all of the other stuff on the band. Because you can have, on a busy day, you can have a decode exchange of 40 stations. Very difficult to try to pick through them all. So that it just brings the ones on your DF. So right now you're at 22, what were you at? 2276. So everything for 2276 is in your window.
Okay. All right. So we will try to get some more contacts here and see if we see any of our friends on. I think I should tune this because I tested the one before here before I came on this 15 meters. So I think I should probably tune it and then try one more time. Ron's telling me to call CQ. That's what I'm going to do, okay? And to do CQ, what do I do to call CQ?
Okay, go back to your other window, the other side on the messages, and click the circle, and you see generate standard messages. Go to the side there. See that bottom circle in position 6, and now hit enable transmit. And it will transmit on your frequency that you've chosen, your DF. Hit enable. See that enable right there? Enable transmit. Yeah. Okay. Wait a minute.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, you have to select it. Yeah, right there. Select that, and if you go over, just go over to the other side. You'll see your DF window. Right? No, you've gone past too far. It's next to the 21074500. Okay, right there. 2268 is your. There's your problem. 21074500. So what you want to do is hit that number FT8 with your mouse. Click on FT8, and that should put it. There we go.
Wait.
2268 is your DF frequency. That's your transmit, and 361 is your receive. But you don't have to touch anything. I'm just showing you that's where it is.
Okay, I didn't do anything though. Where should I? What should I click on?
All right. See where it says 21074500? You want to hit FT8. That little button. It says H, FT, FT4, MS. Yeah, hit the FT8, and that should go to there. It should go back to 0. Yes.
So over here where it says hold the transmit frequency or any of that stuff, do I have to do anything with that?
Okay, so the hold transmit frequency, that's a good idea to do. If you didn't have that clicked and you can say you see this one that just popped up, CQ PP5HR from Brazil, if you had clicked you wanted to call him, your transmit frequency would go to 1164, which is his transmit frequency. So you'd be on his frequency. If you could choose your own frequency, 76, then you have no problems in the future. You're not going to be stuck on his frequency, calling on his frequency, which is rude. So you don't want to, go to another guy's DF, work him, and then call someone else and still be on his DF. So I find it's wiser to find your own DF that's good and clear on the waterfall, and then just click hold it, and then you'll always be on your frequency, and people can call in like I did. I came in on 361, but you were at 2268.
Okay, so am I doing anything right now? It's I see the green line going across the bottom, but am I doing CQ or something? I don't see anything moving. I see stuff over here moving, but I'm not sure what's happening.
No, you're not calling right now. Your enable button. If you hit enable, it will say red. So you're not. your mouse off of there.
Okay, so now I put enable TX there. Oh, I see that something's happening over here. There was some power there for a second. So I don't know what's happening now. Let's see. Oh, there's a green line at the bottom. The green bar that's coming up. So I guess I'm calling somebody now. I guess. And I see this is moving here.
Yeah, no, that green bar moves every 15 seconds. That's just to show you the 15-second period. You have to wait 15 seconds, right? Because there's the receive 15 seconds, and then there's the transmit 15, and then there's the receive again, and then so in 1 minute you transmit twice, the other station transmits twice.
Okay, so I guess nobody's picking me up then, right? If it just, and I have nothing in the, so I have something in the DB, it says TX, but I have nothing in the Delta Tango. You see how it says DT? Is everything working okay, or do you know? How would I know?
Yeah, well, it would only be calculated. You don't know that when you're transmitting. The other stations would be relative to them, so you don't know. It's a received thing, so it'll tell you how far off the clock you are. So as far as your computer's concerned, it's on time. It's everybody else that would get how relative to them that you're off. So it's a calculation made by each individual. So if you look at the other screen, you'll see all the other stations calling in the receive window. You'll see how it's always sort of different. See this one guy that's minus 0.1, then if it doesn't have a minus, it's a plus. So there's plus 0.4, 0.3, 0.2. Everybody's clock is being measured relative to your clock. You've got a Japanese station calling you.
Oh, I see that. What do I do?
Just let them call you. And go to the other window. Let's watch it from that side. There you go.
Wow, this is pretty exciting. Well, look at there. And then at the top of my screen, with the log roll man, it shows the person's picture where the light's in the way there, and it's got a pretty crappy picture, not picture, but my camera's pretty crappy there. But it shows the person, it shows their country there, right by their call sign there. And yeah, it's showing the time and all that stuff. So that's pretty good. And then over here, it shows here. And then I just press OK. I don't have to do anything else with transmit power or comments or operator or anything like that.
Saying it's your first Japanese station, you could. I mean, it's up to you what you write in there. So, but you don't have to fill anything else because you've got all of the main parts of the QSO in there. You've got his call, you've got your start time, the finish time, your report to, report you received, and that's all the basic elements of a QSO.
So there you go. There you have it right there, folks. Well, that's pretty cool. So my first, so y'all saw it here first, folks. The old so VA3EWV, you gotta be proud. That antenna that you got made, helped me make is getting out there, getting out in it. Uh-oh. I keep dropping my mic. Wait. Okay, y'all had to see that. I'm sitting here trying to talk on radio that's not on. So let's just put that down. Pick this up because I was picking up the wrong thing. There you go. Okay, that was pretty cool. So now, so a person was calling me, but it was over here, right? So I have to watch over on the left-hand side to see if someone's calling me. And then if they're calling me, I have to do what again? Like, I forgot what happened. It was so quick.
Okay, so if you go back over to your other side and you hit the table and you cast your line into the water and now you're waiting, so you're calling CQ. He's like the fish that came along and took the hook. So you have to double click on the stripe that's the red one. It's usually red when they answer you, and you double click on it, and that says to the program, I want to answer that one. You have 6, 7 at a time answering you, right? So it can get pretty crazy with a pile up. But yeah, you have to go over with your mouse and click on the stripe to answer the guy. Like I said, you're not going off to drink your coffee and come back and expect it to be all done for you.
Well, I'm glad we busted that myth. So today I have Kilo India 5 Os 0 Sierra. I'll have to figure it out because ours is pretty conventional, but I never saw like a letter, number, letter. So I don't know if the O is an Oscar or a 0. So, but yeah, this is really cool. So I need to get some more. I need to keep it going. Hey, Bob, if you're out there, you can get on PGC. Joe, if you're out there, you can get on PGC. I'm out there on PGC, by the way. VA3EWV. Hey, Devin, how's it going? Come on in.
I'm confused by that video.
You're confused about this radio here? Like this is my my Yaesu 991 Alpha. It's connected to my end-fed out there. I had it about 8 foot off the ground. Today I put it 20 foot, and I went straight across. It's almost sloping upwards because I threw a stringing through a tree there. Doggone tore my arm up, but I got it up there. So there's that. This is the radio doing this thing. And you guys, you hear it's quiet in here. So my wife's usually knocking on the door telling me to keep my voice down. But check this out. If I turn up the volume, you'll hear what it sounds like. Hold on. So luckily for me, I can have that down and sit here and be working on stuff. And I remember seeing Rob attending meetings. And he's like, "Oh, haven't gotten this place before." Click, 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 click. Nobody knows any better. I was watching him. I was keeping an eye on him. Okay, so Devin, so what you got here is a radio. You have to have your HF rig there, a 6 meter and whatever else. You have your software, which is this WSJT, and you can have this log for old man that connects to your computer and helps you out, or you can just do it by hand, whatever you want to do there. That's up to you. And then, so 2 pieces of software, a piece of software for your USB ports, a radio, and an antenna, and then you're good to go.
Yeah, I understand what programming something's going to use, because I was looking at that earlier. But I don't know if I'm just... It's going from my heart to my brain. It's just not connecting, and how to work the program, but I have a friend of mine that's going to show me how to set everything up, I think, this weekend.
Okay, yeah, that's it. So I got so VA3EWV. Rob came over to my house. I forget what day. It was on Sunday because I was going to a funeral that day, and he came over and we worked the computer settings and stuff like that. He said he was going to go do some research on the radio. I'm like, wait a minute, FZ has the same radio. So we went through it. The menu is 153 settings. I know we changed at least a dozen or more. And then when we got through, everything just started working. So it's a combination of getting the software working on your computer and getting the settings right on your radio. And then there you go. Like you can get it going then, right? So that's what we have there. So I saw a thing that said POTA. Now I see here it has a red square around it. I wonder what does that mean?
Honestly don't know. Somebody else will have to answer you on that one.
Okay, Kimberly VE3KKA says turn the Oak Reporter on. Something about PSK. What is the Oak Reporter?
Ernest, he's calling you, so are you enabled to take traffic?
I don't know. I don't know. What do I do?
Yeah, okay, he's looking you. Okay, yeah, that's right. All right. VA3EWV.
Go ahead there, Dean. Come on in. I just got that person calling for the POTA. Kilo Alpha 5, Charlie Romeo Lima. Go ahead, Dean.
Well, answer him, get back to him. That's what you're supposed to be doing. I haven't got my hook back up yet. That's what I'm trying to do now, but I've got another radio that I'm dealing with, and I gotta get down under and change a bunch of wires and do this. So I'm attempting to get it going tonight.
Well, this is my first solo run. Rob came over on Sunday, and we had two, but I don't know how we did because the settings were, and everything was coming through the speakers, and the wife was running in here saying, get off the radio, cars were crashing in front of the house, planes were falling out of the sky, all kind of stuff. So we stopped all that. So anyway, Kimberly says, PSK Reporter will tell you where your signal is getting out. So where do I find that?
Go onto Google and punch in PSK Reporter, and it will bring you to the website. And then all you have to do is punch in, and there's at the top of the screen, it will say you pick the band that you're listening to, 15, and put in your call sign and either signal sent or signal received, and there you go. Second one, PSK Reporter. And, yep, display reception reports. I do the top one, personally, okay? Yep, there it is now. At the top of the screen, you'll see right there, it'll say band. So you'll put it, show signals received by, and put your call sign right there. The call sign, don't put mine. In your time frame over the last 24 hours, just put over the last 30 minutes. Go. That's everything you've heard on 15 meters in the last 30 minutes. If you want to see everybody that heard you, you're going to go to the top, and instead of, you're moving the camera too much.
Oh.
Go up to the top. Instead of received by, you're going to hit that little arrow and go sent by.
Excuse me.
Go.
Whoa.
That's everybody that heard you.
Well, what do you mean everybody that's heard me? What, like all these things that say 4 minutes and all that stuff, that's like people who have heard me off my little antenna that Steve helped me build there?
That is correct. If you click on, see the one over in China? Click on that one, it'll tell you what your signal was. See this one way over by itself, says 16 minutes. All the way to the right. Click on it. And that was PG9mm in China, and he heard you at minus 20 dB.
Wow. Okay, so a lot of places, so I can't do anything with those now. That's just showing me what has already happened, right?
Yes, but like it'll show you that over in Canary Islands, they heard you 5 minutes ago. So it's a pretty safe bet. They probably, the propagation is still pretty good to that part of the world. There's one on top of the other because of the scale of the map. So that EA8 stroke sugar, and you'll see the edge of the other one. If you can move over the edge of it, you can probably click on it and see who the other one was. Yeah, right there. It's the same guy.
Okay, she said if I was doing Poto, I should make a Poto account. Let me show you what I downloaded. 1 second. Oh, I guess hammers is not a Poto thing, eh? Kimberly, is that what you're talking about? This thing here that says hammers, VA3EWV Poto logbook? You put in their call sign and stuff like that, and that was when VA3GIN and VE3SDO came by and got me set up, and we got my HF on for the first time, and those guys were out there, so I downloaded that to put them in there. No way. Poto Parks on the Air. Okay.
By the way, I had a note sent to me by a local ham that runs the solarham.com, who was pointing out that the solar activity is the highest it's been in 20 years, the last 2 days. So there's a lot of flares going on right now. But so solar activity in this cycle is probably the strongest it's been in 20 years.
Okay. So I want to do some more contacting some people before everybody gets bored and get off of here. So my thing is at 6 at the bottom. So once it goes to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's when it does the pop up at the top, right? But now that if I want to do this person here that says Poto, that's in green, can I click on that, or should I be looking over here on the left hand side of the screen?
You've already worked him. You just worked him. If you go back to your screen, you'll see you're still receiving him because you've tuned into his transit frequency at 754. But if you scroll up higher on the right hand side, yeah, you don't have to adjust that. You see, you just worked him there at scroll down. I saw it right there. You worked him at 0052. So that's why he's still in your receive window, because you haven't tuned to another station. There you go. So you can choose anybody else and call. Or I was going to suggest, Ernest, that if Kimberly's on, if she uses FT8, she probably wouldn't be able to be heard on 15 meters. But if you went to, say, 40 meters to 70740, you might be able to make a contact with her on FT8.
Okay, well, let me see if I can get to 40. Let me try. Hold on.
Okay, there was a duplication. The other station, go ahead.
Okay, so I tuned my radio, and VA3FZ said if it goes to tune, that means it's ready to go. So that's good. So that's ready. But then he said I had to go over here and make sure that my ACL wasn't over 5, so I have to do this power thing. So let me bring this down and then tune there, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, so he said it shouldn't be over 5, so let me stop that. Bring it down just a little bit more. Okay, so that's good right there. I'll say, okay, so I got her tuned up there, everybody. And we're on 40 meters, 7.074. Let me turn up the volume to see what it sounds like out there. And I just pressed the FT8 button as well, so here we go. Okay, David is saying that the ACL doesn't have to be over 1, really, so that's good to know. Thank you so much, David. Oh, there's VE3HAB. I see VE3HAB there, so I'm going to try to get him. Okay, so now I see VE3HAB, but yeah, on my other side of my screen now.
Hey, go over there. Show us that side.
No, I'm on the side.
Yeah, but that's the station from Belgium calling VA3EWV, so you actually see the guy in Belgium.
Okay, now I'm over here.
Alright, let's see. I don't see HAB. Yeah, 1 second.
Right here. It's right there. It says VE3HAB with somebody else.
Right, that's the guy from Belgium calling him. So the conditions are so loud from Europe that you're hearing the Europe guys, but you're not hearing the local guys.
Okay, so when it says V3HAB, then HI8S, and then FK58, that means that he's talking to somebody else, then, eh?
That means that he's being heard in Dominican Republic, and HI8S is in grid square, FK58 is calling him. So you're actually hearing the other side of it, you're not hearing him.
Anybody else want to come out there that's listening? You're welcome to come out and enjoy some of this stuff. If you have any questions, this is a good time to get answers. We got a couple guys out here. VE3HAB, VE3ARF, and VA3BS is getting his wiring done, but he knows some about this. VA3FZ. So this is a good time to ask some questions. I want to go out there and, oh, look, something saying, is that somebody calling me over here?
He's calling the guy in Belgium.
How am I calling? I didn't click on nothing.
Yeah, you did when you thought it was HAB.
okay.
If you look up a little higher, you'll see I called you on 40 meters.
Oh yeah, I see it there. So do I just wait now? Like I wait for this guy to finish, eh?
You don't have to wait for him to finish. You can change any time. You can click on anybody at any time you want to call. You can, because I accidentally clicked on, CQ. I see red. I don't understand why he turned red. Okay, so just go, you can click on him if you want to keep calling him, but I don't think he's answering you. I think you called him a few times.
Okay, so if I go up and I see your name there, well, let me see. Yeah, the ones that, right, hold on a second.
Yeah, you can click on one of those and see if I answer.
Wow, that was quick. It just went like, bam, you're done.
Yeah.
Okay, David saying the initiator of the call shows up the second. The initiator of the call shows up second in the line.
Yeah, that's correct. So you like, if you go over to if you see V3EWV and then VA3EWV, you're calling me. That doesn't necessarily mean you can hear V3ARF. You're just hearing the guy calling me. I might add, I think that 40 meters is just hopping tonight. Maybe go down to 80 meters because it should be quieter DX-wise. Maybe the local, like Ontario people will be able to hit you there.
Okay, I don't think my antenna can go to 80, but let me just see what happens.
Oh, okay, well, if it does it, then don't bother. It's not a time to experiment. Yeah, we'll just keep it here then. I see that we get FN 46 via 2 p.m. and he's plus 16, and that's just on the other side of Montreal, right? So 25, 35, 45, three grids over and one grid up.
Okay, so how do I know? So I guess these people are calling all these other people. When can I go in and call them?
Okay, see HA1BF over here? Click on him. He's minus 10 and he's calling CQ, so nobody's answering him. So the HA1BF station you can call, KF0NOZ is calling CQ. If you see a CQ ahead of their name or their call sign, they're calling CQ. Anybody can answer.
Okay, I see now, and I'm transmitting there. So it says now I'm calling HA1 CQHA1BF, and then I came and it says HA1BF VA3EWV. So that's what it's saying now, or showing now. So that's cool.
He didn't hear you, so you don't know what's going on their side conditions, so you can't assume that they hear you as well as you hear them, because they could have a station over in Europe on the other side, on the close to your DF frequency, and they're causing a QRM for your signal, so they can't assume that they hear you.
Yeah, so it's just like calling CQ, like on the regular radio. If they can't pull you out, they can't pull you out. So even though people say it's not the same, to me it is, because you're still sitting there and you're pressing the button and you got to click on it. It's kind of like doing your PTT, and you're sitting there trying to call out. And then if they hear you, they hear you. And then you do your exchange and you say your 5 9s or whatever, and then that's it. So I guess it gave up on me there, eh?
No, he worked a station in England, so now he's going to call. Back to you, so he's going to be available for a call. So if you keep calling, you don't have to stop calling. It's not like you're on his DF. 2268, they're not hearing you. Change your DF up. If he's at 832, try, go on your waterfall. There's nothing at 550. Switch up to 550. You're going to go lower in frequency, and maybe there's no QRM for him at that frequency. I do that often. I'll change my DF to see, and sometimes I've called the station if I have a DF of, say, like 2369, and I'm calling, and they're not answering. I switch it up, and I go down to, like, say, 500, and all of a sudden, first call they get back to me.
I did not understand any of that, but yeah, I'll take your word for it. Okay, David says, if you ever call on a station that you know you want and they don't reply, move your TX slider and the waterfall. Yeah, this guy, yeah. Okay, yes. So what's this waterfall he's talking about?
On the waterfall, move your DF to there, and hopefully he can hear you.
Yeah, but where's the waterfall at? Where is it on the screen? Okay, this thing here?
Right, so anywhere where there's a stripe, that's being used. Anywhere, so if you take your mouse, see the number attached to it, go up, see there's a spot between 800 and 1,000, that's black right there. You can take so this spot, right there. You just click, double click there. You can change your DF to there. Or you can go change it manually to 993. Okay, see where it says TX? You can actually take your mouse and just stick it between the 2 and the 6 and click. Between the 2 and the 6 and click, and then backspace on your keyboard and just put a 9 in there.
So I don't think anything's working with that guy, eh?
You haven't heard him in a while, so. Oh, there he is. Did he change DF? 832. No, there he is. We have. There, see, he's on your right side now. See at 011415.
Oh yeah? Wait.
You just went past him. Come down 4 stations. HAB is right there. You can click on him now. There you go.
See, when you were telling me about this, I was like, this is a good idea. When you said you guys were doing simplex and stuff like that and talking on simplex and then working the things, which is cool. But as you probably seen, I have probably a handful of friends here in town that follow this stuff or follow me. But all the rest, if I have 100, I got 5 in town that follow stuff I do, but 95 outside of town, right? So that's why I was doing all the repeater stuff and the Echo Link and all that stuff like that. But when the next things come around, we can go to simplex, right, and talk on simplex, and then do the same thing and chase these things, right? Okay, Dave says to move the red slider during the transmit, you have to make an adjustment on the option screen. Okay, so I guess that's that power slider or something like that. It's transmitting now. That doggone Hab's not doing nothing for me there, eh? Should I turn down the power or something like that? Because, like, look at here. This thing is like 90. I'm getting more of the. Maybe I should turn it down, eh?
So I think if Ron maybe changed to a different DF, you might be able to pull through.
What is the DF?
It's the frequency. So you're on like 7074, but on 704 you're on point. You're transmitting at I can't remember what you were transmitting at 29 something. So you'd be at 707,698, and Ron is at 707,50, whatever it was. So that's the last three digits of the frequency that you're transmitting at.
Okay, Habs, he's not doing nothing for me there. I think he's trying to block me there. No, I'm just kidding. So who else? I'm gonna figure this out. So who else I can click on now? Because you said there's the CQ. There's the. Hold on, let me see what this says at the top. 1 second.
Okay, Ernest. Well, anybody that's calling CQ is looking for an answer. So you could hit OL8. 87SM, HA1DF, KC9RAX, they're all calling CQ. So any one of those ones, yeah, there's a good one. And he's -1, so he's very strong. So hopefully he can hear you. He'll hear you. A guy in Asiatic Russia, so he's going to have to go through his exchange with him before he's going to come to you. So don't expect him to answer you until at least 2 more exchanges.
Okay, is that why that red squares around his name now?
Yes, because you've clicked on him and that's who you're calling, so it identifies him in the list as the one that you called.
Okay, but he's talking to somebody else. So now I have to wait till that conversation finishes, because you can't talk to people at the same time, just like on real DXing. And then if he gets me, and then that'll be the my thing there, eh?
Okay, guess who I see on my in my receive window? I see Kimberly.
Oh, cool. Go work her. Go work Kimberly.
Kimberly is now working, trying to call the HA1 station. And,
That's what I'm talking about.
Kimberly, so she doesn't have to answer me if she doesn't want to.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Get out there, Kimberly. Go do your thing, girl. Go do your thing. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, hey, I see her now. I see her now as well. Yeah, see, she's working you. Go, Kimberly. VE3KKA, VA3EWV for station ID. So VE3KKA is working VE3ARF. There we go. The suspense is killing me. Did y'all get the contact or no yet?
Alright, she's in the logbook.
Yay! That's really good. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna try to get her. Hold on. How can I don't see her. I see her here. Does that mean I can click on her now and try her?
No, because you don't see her. You see me. You see me calling her. You only see like my side of the area. It's like the same with the HAB. Remember, it took a while before you actually saw HAB on the right-hand side. Left-hand side is the one that's being worked. The right-hand side is the one you see.
Oh, left hand is who's being worked. Right hand is who you see. Okay.
Now, there's many occasions where you see both. Like, you'll see both sides of it, but in this case, you're not seeing Kimberly's side of it. I'm going to tell you she's on a very noisy frequency because she's at 1500, and that's right dead center of the frequency, and that's always the noisiest part. That's why I always go around 369 because it's really down low, and it's out of the noise, and it's the Tesla number.
Cause see, I haven't gotten. It's been a while since I got anything in my book there, eh? So this thing doesn't just pop in and you just like clicking on people left, right, and center. So it takes a little bit of time. So no matter what you hear out there, it's no just walk in the park. That's for sure.
Well, Ernest, I see other people calling CQ, so why don't you try one of these guys? What I would do is, when you see a guy calling CQ, you choose the one that has the lowest number in the report. So if it's a -9, he's louder than a guy at -14. So you try the one that's the lowest number in the negative or the highest number in the positive, and that's the strongest station, and that the likelihood of them hearing you is better.
Okay, but so before I do that, is everything okay here? There's a check mark in TX every whatever, whole TX frequency, and auto something. Is all this right before I go and do that?
Yes, the transmit even just CQ, it would call on the even numbers in the exchanges, right? So at 9:25 minutes 00, and then again, it would call for 15 seconds, and then at 9:25 30. So you would put the even side, and the other station would get the odd sequences, and that's all that means.
I hear that. I hear that Kimberly says she works for every QSO. I hear that, girl. VE3KKA, we hear you loud and clear. Working for every QSO. That's what we're talking about. So this guy here is from Hungary. HABF, he's Hungary, 40 meters on FT8 there. And that's where he's coming from, but doesn't look like I'm going to have any luck with this one. Okay, well I'm going to do CQ then. Remember we were talking about, wait a minute, there's a CQ in number 3. Here we go, number 3. Hold on. So this guy's from the States there. Looks like he's a motorcycle enthusiast. We'll see what happens with him. Oh, okay. Here we go. Here we go. We got some action over here. We got a fish on the hook. We got a fish on the hook. VA3EWV. We got a fish on the hook. Oh, there we go. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Right there. So between Victor Echo 3 ARF and November 4 Romeo Alpha Fox, that took 21 minutes between those two. 21 minutes between those two there. But hey, look, that was a light green, and so I'm learning. So if it's a minus 24, that's a no-go. Minus 20s is probably still hard. I saw that one, it was a minus. Oh, I guess this one says +2. Is there such thing as pluses?
Yeah, plus is strong. 0 and anything above is strong. SNR signal.
Yeah, it looks like, I'm going to be getting out of here myself too. Usually I have an hour for that. Thank you everybody who came out tonight. Check this out. Pretty fun stuff there. There was lots of people. There were up to 11 people on Facebook watching there. That was pretty cool. Everybody that's local and everybody that's on my All-Star Node too. So this is a pretty cool night to have all this stuff connected, and the nodes connected and doing the FT8 and all that. That's pretty good. I guess Friday it's going to be trying to do some just regular HF there.
Low voltage.
VA3EWV, could you repeat that one more time? I'm on 40 meters right now, over. Oh yeah, sorry about that. Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor, VA3EWV, Ernest in St. Andrews West, Ontario. Yo, what's your call sign again? I'm sorry, what's your call sign again? I'm sorry about that. I'm in the shack with my I think it's drowning out my handy talkie there. Oh, what's your call sign again?